All right, let's keep going. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what the workspace looks like for the client and the relationship that you have with their workspace. It's basically the same workspace, what they can sort of generally do inside the app, and then I'm going to dive into some specific features that your clients are really going to love. Okay, so first of all, where we left off last time was they've downloaded the app, they've logged in, they've said hi, and now they're going to start having a look around at some features. So one of the things they're going to do is come to click into their workspace. Once they click on here, they're going to get to a view that looks like this. Now, the app is really designed to help them through the process, understand what they need to do at each stage, give them all the important information they need at each stage that they're at, and then help them find, source additional professionals, buyer's agents, pest and building inspectors, etc. That's all going to be in a separate video, but I just want to give you sort of an overview as to what the breakdown of what the app looks like. Okay, so when they first log in, the first thing they're going to see is the actual step that they're in. So this here actually will show their journey progression, starting from preparation, search, offer submitted, acceptance, approval, pre-approval, pre-settlement inspection, settlement, and then post-settlement. Now, at each stage, they are going to get a couple of things. Number one is that they're going to be able to see any important milestone details. So one of the most important milestone details at preparation and search is going to be the actual offer, the actual finance conditions. So quite often you get clients who are forgetting or they can't remember. We don't want to have them go back to find their pre-approval document or the email that says what they can do. What we want to do as finance brokers is just show them exactly what they can do and have it on the home page of their workspace. So you can see here that we as the finance team, we are the only ones who have access to this finance tab, and we're able to enter in whatever we want here. So as a client moves through the process, we are able to actually update them pre-approval, submitted, pre-approved, approved, ready for settlement. We're able to push all this information to the client if we want to, let them know what's happening. Let's go with this, submitted, and this is actually going to confirm. Because I've got the app open, it's probably not going to push a notification out to me. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I'm not so sure. But what we're going to be able to do is, it takes about a minute or so to update, but the information is going to be updated. So you can imagine the client they're starting to go out to properties, they're like, oh, how much can I borrow again? What are the repayments going to be? I can't quite remember. What they're going to be able to do is just open up the app and see on the very front page, you can see it has actually updated here. It says submitted, which is what I just changed it to. Commonwealth Bank, this is the maximum purchase amount. This is the pre-approval amount. This is the contribution, interest rate, loan term, approval date, expiry date, etc. What you're also able to do is upload a pre-approval document here as well. So instead of them having to go and find it in their emails, all the information that they need is actually right in front of them. So they can come into documents and they can actually find their pre-approval document because they've already got it here. So most importantly, what you can see, I'm just scrolling along this little tab. If you have a look at this screen, we can now see, okay, so the loan's been submitted. Maybe we actually want to change it to pre-approved because that probably makes a bit more sense. We can send a push notification out to them. Again, I'm not receiving those pushes because I've got the app open. What we're going to be able to see if we log in here, again, it takes a couple of minutes, but they're going to be able to see that everything is pre-approved, or they're going to be able to see whatever important information that they need to see. Okay, so as the client actually moves through this workspace, they're able to change this themselves if they want to do so and advance each milestone themselves. Or if you want to actually take control of that process, you're able to do that here. So I'm just going to pull this out so you can see the relationship that you have with their workspace. As I mentioned in the very first video, this page here this is your workspace. So the workspace, the one that we've clicked on here, it's going to show basically two versions that each workspace can be in. So the workspace is always the same, but it sort of exists in two spots. The first one is your CRM. So everything that you can see here, all of these stages, these can be completely set up the way that you want them. You can set up automations, SMSs to go out, emails to go out, tasks, checklists, assigned things to go to various people. You can make lending workspaces, purchase workspaces, refinance pipelines, not workspaces. You can set up all of that. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video because it's not what this video is about. The other sort of space that a workspace can be in is client stages. So if we click on this little tab here, we're going to then see for clients what they're actually seeing, and they're not going to see all this, of course, but you can see where all of your client stages are at. If we jump back into Alex Greyjoy, what we're going to be able to do is view as client. So remember, I showed this in the first video. This is view as client, and we're going to be able to see exactly what they're seeing. So you can see it's now switched to pre-approved on here. With maximum purchase amounts, we can actually add tasks in here that we want the client to do. We can also we can assign it to them. We can notify them that they've got a new task. We can set up tasks that are pre-bundled. So as they move through this task, as they move to this stage in their workspace, they're going to get automated tasks to do. And there are some that are basically added by Marketly in order to help advance them through the process as well, which I'll show you soon. So if you're wanting to actually move them through this process, you're able to do that just by literally clicking on the same journey track. This little section here is called the journey track, and you're able to move them through. As they get to different stages, again, there's going to be different automations that trigger different tasks that they need to complete to show up. Okay, let me just minimize this. Okay, so moving on down, you're going to see that this important milestone details section is going to change depending on the milestone that they're in. So once they've reached offer submitted, for example, it's going to show them all the important information related to the offer that they've made. So maybe the cooling off period, or maybe the finance approval date, maybe the proposed settlement date. All of that is going to be collected, and it's going to show the most important details. Further on down, if they're wanting to add a family member or a friend or a partner, they're able to do that here via the add button. Most importantly for brokers, you might see that they are going to be encouraged all the way through the process to refer. So they're going to see your nice, big, happy, smiling face and a refer button. If they ever want to refer, all they need to do, maybe they're at a party, maybe they're out with friends, at works, whatever it is, and they want to refer you, all they need to do is basically just just tap on you, and then they just need to scan, and their friend needs to scan, and then they're going to be able to submit an inquiry through to you that's going to show up inside Marketly. Now, as a separate aside, I haven't mentioned this, but you are able to create incentive programs, referral programs, all sorts of things. Again, that's out of scope for this video. Okay, so and then further on down, they're going to see next steps. So all the steps that they need to take, I'm not going to go into that in this video. If they're wanting to add properties, they're able to actually add properties here. So they could just copy and paste directly from domain or realestate.com.au. When they do, it's going to show them a estimated value. They're going to be able to order property reports. They're going to be able to get emergency negotiation assistance. There's all sorts of stuff that they can do there. Briefs, really, really important. I will talk about that in a separate video, but they're going to be able to create a brief, and then we're going to be able to go and search for off-market properties for them. Finance, conveyancing, documents, and resources. So I won't show you too much more, but that's sort of an overview of the workspace. So you can see it's really designed to help them understand step by step where they are through the process, what they need to do, what tasks they have. They can add tasks themselves. You can add tasks. They're going to be encouraged to get building inspections, get the utilities sorted. The app is going to pick up a lot of information on their journey and the property, their transaction as they progress, and then we're going to be able to shuffle them off to get basically, they don't really need to shuffle them off. We're doing it all inside the app. They can get pest and building inspections, conveyancing, everything that they need happens from inside the app. I will just quickly show you